G'day and welcome everybody to the Farcraft SMP server. Ooh. Night time. That's alright. Let's get back down to our humble abode. We'll sleep the night away. And I'll talk to you about what has been going on here on the Farcraft SMP. Because let me tell you, the players here have been so industrious. Things are looking very cool. And my little village, well, apart from our little fort up here, is looking rather ordinary. We're here working in the Conquest Reforged Texture Pack. We have built, I suppose, our little starter castle behind us here. So let's go have a look at that before we go back over to spawn and show you what everybody's been up to, because I still haven't caught up with what everybody's been doing. This is basically the first major build that we've done. It's supposed to be a little castle, old fort. I've broken it down a little bit to make it look a bit older. We've just got a nice little furnace array here with a few bits and pieces. A little lava generator. And then in the main fort is basically where we're starting to sleep a little bit more often. It's quite a nice little open area. And our project is going to be this cliff face, which I think is a little bit bigger than I anticipated. But anyway, let's go up. Let's go upstairs and have a look. There we go. So I've done a fair bit of terraforming. And just over in this distance here is basically just the entry to our mine. But who knows? See how we go. There is some very cool terrain on the far side of that bridge and further into these amazing mountains. And spawn is just over there. So it's a nice little lookout, and we can look out this way to what was a little tiger village. We've got an iron farm tucked away down the corner there. And I started clearing some of the buildings and basically moved all the villagers underground. So you can imagine villagers, grinding villagers, getting books, and all the gear has just been pretty well what I've been doing up until now. But last few days, I've been doing a fair bit of resource gathering. Not sure where I'm going to go with this build yet, but, well, no, I do have an idea of what I'm going to look at this build. I'm going to look at a Italian cliffside sort of town. Sure, you would have seen the images, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's going to be nice and bright, nice and colourful, but with colour and brightness comes a ridiculous amount of grind. Let me show you what I mean. We've made an automatic wool farm. Got all the colours here. All our neutrals are just here, and then all our pretty bright colours are here. Red all the way through to brown. We don't have brown yet. Unfortunately, haven't really spent the time looking for a jungle yet, but that's okay. We have got all the other colours, and it's producing quite well, so we've got a fair amount of material to get ourselves started up with. Let me show you what else we've been up to. We've been out in the Badlands collecting quite a bit of terracotta. We've got all the colours pretty much now. I've just got to start working out a better dyeing farm so that we can build up on these colours which don't spawn naturally. I've noticed things like the purple and the magenta, haven't found them naturally. Cyan either, out on the Badlands plateaus. Most of these other ones, though, you can pretty well just pick up off the ground. Green as well. Green and blue are the ones that you have to dye. So we've got to work out a good way of getting plenty of blue dye and green dye. The green dye we've sorted out, but the blue dye, well, we can use lapis, I guess, but I'll show you how we've got the green dye going. Quite cool, really. Welcome to my cave of slaves. We've got the automatic crop farms going, which they're all doing pretty well. We've got still a manual pumpkin and melon farm, but hey, it's not too bad just coming along, knocking out the melons from time to time, but we might automate this eventually. Some stonemasons, which I thought might have been a good idea to go for terracotta, but yeah, we've got pretty good emerald production now, so it might be good to be able to use some of these cool, are they glazed terracottas? The white and the pink is here, and this is quite interesting, the orange and the light grey. So there's some cool ones sort of tucked in here. So alongside that, we've got a little dye farm. It's nothing special, just a cactus farm here. This might be some funkiness with the Conquest Texture Pack, building the arms off the cactus. We'll go out to the desert a little bit later, because there's something very cool I want to show you out there. And yeah, the cactus look really cool in Conquest. I have been working with an ender chest as my storage. I haven't gone to the end yet. The end dragon has been beaten. All the guys on the server were able to have good fun knocking them out. Unfortunately, I couldn't get on. There was some connection issues for me. But yeah, we'll head over to spawn now. And we'll go and buy some stuff because I want to get some shulkers. I think I've got a few diamonds left. And we may just look at enchanting a new set of diamond armor because my armor is getting pretty unwell. Here we are. This is that little build that I showed you in the first episode, which was far too long ago. Hasn't changed much. This is really just a place away from home where we can rest at spawn, because we are now on the spawn peninsula, which the crew have been doing a marvelous job on. This has changed so much since the start. And go back to my first episode to sort of see what this place looked like. We were running around this peninsula with wooden tools, stone tools, getting killed, and now look at it. It is an absolute magnificent little village that has been put together here. Here's all the crew that have been super busy. But these guys here have pretty well been doing everything you can see here on the peninsula. Real Tintin, Macest, and Dupe, along with Cosmo, I believe have done a majority of what you can see, including that massive building on the hill, which is Dupe's base, which is just simply stunning. So yeah, it's got everything. We've got a pub. Awesome. I think we can do a little bit of brewing and stuff in here when we've got the materials. We've got the jukebox in the corner when we want to bang some tunes on. We've got a nice little port, and my area is just on the far side of that. Just on the far side of that hill there. You might even... No, you're not quite see it. You might just see the bridge slowly coming into the render distance. A ways away there. But hopefully, it's going to start looking a lot better. We'll come back and have a little bit more of a look around the peninsula town. And Dupe's base, look at that coming down the hill. Oh, just looks epic. There is a funky little shop down here somewhere. Aha. So we've got to get on with this episode, and I've got to try and get some building done. Here we go. This, I believe, might be H. Sinclair's little shop. He has been busy. Oh. 9 diamonds. I could get myself a... Wow. Okay, yeah, he has been busy. Yeah, no, I could use that, but I really need shulker boxes, which I believe he does sell. Aha. Diamond per shell. Gives me 4 shulker boxes. That's a good start. Well worth it. I haven't gone out to any of the end, as I say, so that is definitely worth the start. But let's let's get going. I want to go and show you something very cool out in the desert. And I figured I might turn it into a bit of a mining area, and then who knows what it could turn into, because it's something I haven't seen before. But I've got to jump back. Wow. Map. Ooh. That might be Cosmo's massive aqueduct. That actually comes to the corner of the... That comes to the corner of the spawn peninsula. As you see, it's this big peninsula with this sort of lake and, I suppose, estuary all the way through. There's the boat. Oh, it's just been so much good work done. But yes, let me get across to this desert I want to show you, because it is something I have never seen before. And yeah, I figure it might be a good project. Let's go do that. Here we go. So, I'm not sure if people have checked out the Oasis yet, but when I found it, I was quite pleasantly surprised. And we're just going to spend some time very quickly setting something up here, because I haven't seen something like this before. So if we just take out maybe this and the sand, we'll place a bit of dirt there and that there. Hoping I can get this to grow. Give it a bit more space maybe. Beautiful. There we go. That's what I wanted. So let's go in here and have a look at what we've got, because it is quite epic. We've got a desert with a river and a lot of azalea trees. It looks to me we've got a lush cave underneath the desert here. So my thought process was to try and excavate it. I don't quite know how easy that's going to be, considering we've got rivers running through it. But I need to collect sand. And I figure I'll start digging around these azalea trees, because that's where the lush cave is. So I wonder if this lush cave is one gigantic cave underneath or not. It's getting dark. Better go and get something set up here. This looks like a good place to start. Okay. Fortunately, we found that little bit of string. Could have been in some serious trouble there. This will be about the extent of what we're looking at doing. I want to find a bit of a spot to take a photo from, and maybe this little plateau here. So I've got an interesting plan. This looks like it's got a decent side. So maybe from here, let's see how we go. All right, I'm going to have to fill in this bit of water, which means I'm going to have to place a few extra bits, but that's all right. We'll get rid of those two puddles, and then we'll start digging around here, see what we've got. So half an hour in, and it doesn't actually look like a lot has changed. We've filled all the water in, and I've already got probably enough sand for now to get all the coloured concrete that I need, but I'm only about 2/3 of the way through my shovel at the moment, so I think I'll keep going, pick up as much stuff as I can, and yeah, we will revisit where we're at Once we've almost broken this shovel, I think. We've dug all the sand out around our acacia trees. Sorry, what are these called? Azalea trees. And the rooted dirt definitely goes down into the stone, which is fantastic. That's what I hoped. So my plan is to basically dig all the way down around these trees for resources like stone and what have you. And keep all the rooted dirt intact until we hit the Lush Cave. So here, for example, I haven't removed any of the limestone yet. So we'll do that. We'll get it down to our stone level. And we'll collect up a heap of this sandstone in the process. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. And we'll just sort of do that. We'll collect up a bit of our sandstone as well, which could help us with some building. And yeah, you can sort of just see the rooted dirt is still there. So it's pretty cool. We're going to start digging through the stone and that sort of stuff as well. But we're here for sand, so we're going to do that first. We may have to see if we can find more rooted dirt as well to fill in, because for some reason it doesn't spawn through the sandstone layer, but it does spawn through sand and stone. So I don't know if that's a bug. It's not anything major, but yeah, it is one of those weird things that they sort of end up floating. But I don't actually mind that for now. I think it actually will appeal to this whole area, and I'll be interested to see what this looks like once all the sand's gone. It might be a little ways away. Probably not going to be able to get it all done in this episode, but it's a pretty cool project that I think will really come together and sort of helps with resource gathering, really. You're sort of creating something or trying something when just picking up resources rather than strip mining. I mean, diamonds are good, don't get me wrong, but I suppose just sort of being able to create like a big terraforming project like this, I think has its merits. And hopefully over the next few episodes we'll keep chipping away at this, and this should evolve, and I might actually post a few of them on Instagram as well, sort of before and after shots and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested, go jump over on the Instagram and give that a follow. And I hope you're enjoying my time here on the SMP, but we've got a little bit more work to do here before we go and get all our resources together, ready for our first build back near spawn. That's probably enough for now. Jump out of there and we'll keep going. Well, I had planned to get back to the base here and begin some building, but Tintin popped over and helped me out massively with getting a bunch of resources ready to make all our dyes. So we literally had just spent the last few hours just chinwagging, having a chat, making concrete. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a show and tell, really, because we're pretty fortunate to have a little mod installed here. Now, where is my gravel and sand? That's gravel. Okay, I need to get some sand. Hold on. Tintin did mention that we've got a little mod pack installed on the server for concrete, which is sensational, really. So when we make our concrete with 4 gravel, 4 sand, well, it's only going to make half the stack. We make green concrete powder, and normally speaking, you'd have to put that through some sort of concrete machine or something. But check this out. Stack thrown into the furnace, and we've got a stack of green concrete. So we have now got all our concrete colors here as well, which is extremely handy, to be fair. I thought I was going to have to turn all this concrete into concrete myself, but having that little mod pack has certainly saved us a stack of time. So all our resources are ready and we're ready to build. Sad thing is, we've probably run out of time for this episode to start building. I definitely have spent a little bit longer just explaining the process of gathering up all the resources. So we'll have to get building in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching the video. And if you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I look forward to explaining to you how we're going to get that cliffside village going in the next episode. All right, everyone. We'll see you again.